briefly to to our media friend who have assembled here today. To take the agenda forward, I would like to request Mr. Manish Sanghi, Managing Director, Everest Industries, President and CEO of the Pre-Engineered Building Division of Everest Industries.
Everybody was telling me that nowadays in Chennai, all taxi people have started offering boat services as well, because you never know when you require a car and when you require a boat. Thankfully, the weather is good. And coming from Delhi, this is fabulous weather for us, because in Delhi you can't even breathe right now. What newspapers are telling is frankly not even half the truth. It is literally killing over there. So it's a double pleasure. My family is telling me, you are escaping from this gas chamber, leaving us all to suffer. But that's all, yeah. So come back to the topic today. How does this work?
Yeah, it's working.
To the country. But we keep facing the big challenge of delays and cost overruns in virtually every project that we do. This happens in public projects, this happens in small projects, and I am sure all of you would have experienced when you do when you make a house, or when a builder makes a house for you, or you do the interiors of a house, it almost never gets completed in time or in the budget which we had kept for ourselves at the beginning. When we start looking at some government statistics, we found that roughly 300 large projects in India are facing a delay anywhere from one reality. And the main reasons for the delay seem to be that the projects are not engineered well, which results into delays in ordering of equipment. There are frequent issues with contractors. There are fights, there are arguments, and ultimately the contractor withdraws, and then the contractor remobilizes, then he asks for a price increase, and all these issues constantly keep happening. There are surprises which happen at site. You suddenly find, oh, it rained and the piece of land which we had has become a lake. There is water there and 6 months are lost because water is always there. There are issues which come up with regard to labor walking off, that this is Diwali, this is Holi, this is Onam, and everybody walks off the site and things don't happen. And the last and foremost, which is happening to a large number of real estate people, is related with project financing. That the financing is not tied up, and that results into the projects being put on hold. The cost overruns on account of these delays, as per government statistics, are to the order of 25%, and they talk of some huge 1 lakh crore number. My own estimate actually is far beyond that. My own estimate is that this number is more like 100%. And in terms of value, the number is more likely to be 5 lakh crore plus, because what typically the government counts is the extra cost which is going to be put in the project. What it doesn't count is what that project was going to do. So if I'm going to make a factory, it gets delayed by some days, we say cost of interest, cost of escalation. What it doesn't count is how many cars it would have produced, or how many components it would have produced, and what it would have done for. Being the first, they were able to get children into the classrooms and use their capacity much better than the schools which came up subsequently. So the saving for them was not merely of time, but the saving was also in terms of working to capacity. If we were to look at school as a commercial unit, from day one. We did another project which was Goa Shipyard. Very complex building because it was a 45-meter high building. We had very big cranes which had to handle large weights for ships. We did recently, the Prime Minister inaugurated a building called the Ro-Ro Terminal in Gujarat. For the Gujarat Creek, it reduces this is the labor of love. This is probably the most detailed technical manual which has been ever done for making factories, warehouses and steel buildings in the country. It will help generations of engineers and architects, and we will keep updating it with time. We think this will really be a big reference point for everybody. It will be available online, of course, and a physical copy. Thank you so much.